Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming to you guys with a storytime video. Now this storytime happened just last year, and I guess this is basically about the time that I went crazy and thought that I had a stalker. Now I understand that a lot of things in this video are gonna seem weird to some people, and a lot of things are going to seem over exaggerated or just out there. And before I even get into the video, and before you guys comment you're crazy or you did too much, I'm going to say that I watch a lot of, what is it, The Last 48? I watch a lot of like crime videos and stuff like that. So like I'm very aware of my surroundings. I'm very aware of just everything that's going on, because anything can happen at any time to anyone. Okay? You guys are gonna remember that, right? Okay. So I'm gonna hop straight into the video and the story time, because I already know this video's gonna be long. And sit down, grab some food, do whatever you gotta do, because this video is about to be probably, I don't know, like 30 minutes long, but we finna get right into it. In this video, I have my notes here because I did not want to leave out anything, just because there was so much happening and it was so long, and it was like for a long period of time that this was happening. And because everything happening was for such a long period of time, I don't want to leave out anything. Okay, so basically this all started because I was working at a gym. And working at a gym is pretty cool. Like you get a free membership. Everyone is just down to earth. It was all young people. Like it was just a good time. So during this time that I was working there, my gym at this time, because now it's changed, but my gym at this time didn't have cameras. It didn't have any cameras anywhere I think anywhere, like even outside at this time. And we were actually like running into a lot of issues because we didn't have cameras. Because we didn't have cameras, we had problems with people breaking into cars. We had problems with people stealing stuff from people's bags in the locker room, or people breaking into people's lockers. So we had a lot of issues. And I worked front desk, so I would have a lot of people come up to me and be like, yo, someone just stole my phone out of my locker room. Someone just stole my $50 bill. Someone just stole dumb stuff like my swimming goggles. Like someone just keeps stealing my stuff. And so we became like really strict as a front desk staff, because whoever was working, like obviously is someone that walked past us, because you can't get in the gym unless you got a key to another door or you walked past us. So if you getting in, you getting past me. So now it's my problem. We were asked to just kind of like keep our eyes open, like who's walking by, how long is this person staying here, what do they have with them, or are they wearing their gym clothes, and if they don't have their gym clothes, do they have a bag with them, and just like different stuff like that, like, and always making sure that everyone scans in so that we know people's identity. Cool, whatever, we working on it. And then after that happened, we started really cracking down on everyone walking in. Not like in front of them, but just mentally. Like if someone passed by us and they didn't check in, we say, excuse me sir, or excuse me ma'am, can you come back and check in? Like, what are you doing? We see you. I can see you. There was this dude that was sitting, we had like a little cafe area. There was this dude that was sitting in the cafe, and I don't know if anyone that I used to work with watching my videos, but y'all would know what I'm talking about. So there was this dude that would sit in the cafe area. Who did I work with? Besides the point. But yeah, so he was sitting in the cafe area, and whenever we would get like a membership or someone would like have to sit down with us, that's when he decided, yo, I'm gonna use this opportunity, I'm gonna walk in because no one's paying attention. And one dude I work with, he was paying attention, but he saw him walk by, but he was already so deep in like the hallway that he wasn't gonna be like, hey yo sir. He let him go, and then he wrote down the time from the computer of what time dude came in. So let's say he came in at 3:33, and let's say like whatever I was doing, because I was the one that was busy at the computer and doing a membership. But let's say that I was the one that, you know, busy at the desk. And busy on the side desk, and he was at the front desk. So he wrote down, okay, this person came at 3:33. Cool. Then he was like, he looked real suspect because he came in with nothing but like a little bag that probably couldn't hold any clothes. And when I came back to the front desk to be with the person I work with, and I think I remember who I was working with. I just remember it was a guy. I think I remember who I was working with. Shout out to you. This video is already 6 minutes. The guy I was working with was like, yo, this dude just came in at 3:33 and he left at 3:36. He didn't do anything. He just left. And he got in his truck. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Did he check in? No, he didn't check in. It was too late, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, let's tell our boss or whoever, whatever. Let's tell this one person that's over us that has the authority. I don't like calling nobody my boss, to be quite frank, except Jesus. But let's tell this other person of authority. So we go tell this person of authority. He didn't really seem to care. Being quite frank, he didn't really care about much anyways. But anyways, he didn't really seem to care. And so we went about telling the person on top of him. And he didn't really care that we told the person on top of him either. But yeah, we told the person on top of him, and they were like, oh my god, okay, well actually 2 people. No, well, the person on top of him. Well, 2 people. We told someone higher than him, and that person cared because obviously this is a huge issue. People's stuff are actually getting stolen, like stolen. And so she was like, next time you guys see this person, I need you guys to let us know ASAP. Well, like, we will call the cops. And, oh, I forgot to mention that when he walked in, the dude that seen him walk in, he was like, yo, his bag looked like squished to where there was nothing in there. And when he left, there was stuff in his bag. And that same day, I guess later on when I left, someone, by the time I clocked out, someone complained about their stuff being stolen. So who's a prime suspect here? My dude that was here for 3 minutes, that's the prime suspect, in case you didn't know. The person on top of the person that I worked, she was like, you know, this is a serious issue. If this happens again, like, get one of the directors as soon as possible. I was like, cool. I'll keep an eye out. I think it was like 4 days later when I was working again. I was working on a Saturday. So I'm working on a Saturday, and the reason why I really remember this dude, because he had long hair and he always wore like a hat, like he played guitar or something. I don't know. Like, I could see him with the guitar, like, and being very successful at it. Like, he had the look. So I was working on a Saturday, and when you're working on a Saturday, you start off working by yourself, which is actually every day. But anyways, I started off working by myself, and I started getting really busy. And when you get really busy, you call somebody from another area to come cover for you. So I called this person from another area, and I had them go to the front desk, because I was sitting at the other desk helping people. I'm a helper. And this person's not front desk staff. This person's just like a fill-in, doesn't really like they know the job that we do, but they don't know like the full, you know, the full thing of what we do. Like, we do a lot. Get no credit for it, but we did a lot. Anyway, shots fired. Anyways. Oh yeah, so I called somebody up to cover the front for me because, you know, we do not leave the front empty. And so I was doing a membership, and when I'm doing a membership, you know, I'm really engaging with the person. Like, we're having a good conversation, like, it's a good time. So I'm having conversation with this person, like, things are going cool, like, membership's going through, ranking my numbers. Yes, numbers, unfortunately. Let's not talk about that. And while this other person is watching the desk, I see, like, from the corner of my eyes, I see someone pass without like hearing a ding. The ding is when you scan your card, you hear a ding. And I remember not hearing the noise, and I heard the sliding door open, and then a few seconds later I'm supposed to hear the noise, but I didn't hear the noise. So in my peripheral, I see someone walk by and no ding. So I was like, did someone just walk by? And the girl was like, oh yeah, I missed them. Oh, sorry. Whatever. She know dang well she was not about to stop nobody that was walking, because some people scared to do that type of stuff. I feel you. Like, when I first started, I didn't want to say hi to nobody. I was scared. And then, so I told the person I was with, hold on one second. And because we, you know, if we don't get those memberships, we losing money, honey. They were signing anything anyway. They could have waited 1 second. And I looked, and guess who the freak it was? By a wild guess, guess who it was? I'll give y'all 3 seconds because this video is already long enough. It was homeboy with the hat. I was like, okay, he's here again. What time did he walk through? She was like, oh, about this time. We're gonna say 9:28 a.m. No, we're gonna say 9:20 because
sorry, I can only search by topic for movies.
I don't know what you talking about. I was like, oh, what time you get here? She's like, oh, 9. I'm making up times now. 9:20 a.m. I was like, okay, cool. So none of the directors were there except for a sports director because it was a Saturday. Well, I guess we had games. I don't really remember. But he was there. So I called him up. You know, I'm doing my job. Just doing my job. And I called him. I said, blank but blank told me that if this person ever comes in here, you know, I'll let you know. And to keep an eye on how long he's here and what he's doing. So he was like, okay, this person that's covering for you, stay covering for you. I need you to go watch and see if he goes anywhere else. No, not see if he goes anywhere else. I want you to watch, see what area of the gym he goes, and then just let me know. And he's like, I'm gonna call the police. I was like, dang, y'all, like, you doing a lot. Like, he didn't do anything yet and you calling the police, but whatever. So I looked, dude went to the gym. I'm like, oh, he just here to, you know, play a little basketball. Like, he ain't really doing nothing. And by the time I left, he was headed to the locker room. I was like, wait, hold up. He just got here like 2 minutes ago and he already quit on the basketball career that he was, you know, going for. And now he already in the locker room. After he went to the locker room, I was already back at the front desk. Like, I was walking back to the front desk. He came back to the front desk. This video is 15 minutes. I didn't even get to what happened. Okay, I'm going speed mode at this moment. I'm going fast. By the time he left the locker room and he came back to pass the front desk, it was about 5 minutes. So I'm like, okay, I told the sports director he's coming up. He's like, okay, cool. So the director stood outside with me. He said, and then when he saw him, you know, like actually pass by, he said, sir, can I talk to you? He went into the office. I don't know what they talked about, but then I saw police come and meet them in the office. I was like, oh my God. So a policeman came and talked to them, blah, 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 blah. Then I guess the policeman searched his stuff. I don't know if he found anything. I don't really know what happened inside the room. The policeman left, and then, I almost said his, well, no, I did say his name. Let me be real. I'm gonna bleep it out. So the director said on his way out, he was like, yeah, so we just, you know, did that because someone said you were disturbing the peace. I'm like, why are you lying? Is that right? I'm like, yo, this dude is not dumb. Y'all just searched him. You really think he's gonna believe that someone said he's disturbing the peace, so y'all gonna search him? What? The director went back to his duties, whatever he was doing, probably on the computer, I don't know. Playing Candy Crush. You don't even play Candy Crush on the computer. But anyway, so when the policeman left and then the guy left, I thought. The guy with the hat came back inside and he was like, I just have one question for you guys. That's the guy with the hat's voice. I just have one question for you guys. I was like, sure, what's up? And he's like, why'd you call the cops on me? I felt so disrespected. I was like, we didn't. I was like, me personally, I didn't call nobody. That just happened and I actually forgot about it. Let's fast forward 3 months later. Okay, so let me try and help you guys understand my paranoia. So I lived really close to this gym, but everything close, like everything dear to me, my church, my family, lived about 40 minutes away from me. So there was a time that I was driving back and forth 40 minutes away to be closer to my family and to be at my church. I actually had a job at my church at this time, like, oh, that scared me. And so I started going to my church every single day. There was a full week that I was at my church. Let me start on a Monday. And I was by myself. People were coming, but I was by myself at this time. And I saw a truck pull up next to my car. And guess who was inside? 40 minutes away, so almost an hour away. The guy with the hat. And he had his other friend in the passenger seat. Right when I saw him, because I was in the church and he was just outside, parked outside the church. And the church is in a very public area where there's like other stores. So, you know, it's not just like the church building parking lot and that's it. So, you know, he had the right to be parked there. And then that was a Monday. So he's there on a Monday, and he's there up until, he was there before I got there, and then he was there after I left. So I left and he was still there. I go there on the Tuesday, because, you know, this is my job at this point. I go there on the Tuesday, and he's there before I even got there. I get out the car. I kind of like could see myself hiding my face. And now he's not parked next to where I usually park. He's parked next to the trees in the grass. Like, he's not in a parking spot. He's in the grass. And I was scared. I was like, okay, you know, this is my thought process. He's mad that because he must think that I called the cops on him. So he's mad because he thinks that I called the cops on him. And he waited 3 months so it doesn't look like it was him. Like, you know, like, who waits 3 months? Like, it's not a long time, but it's kind of a long time, like, to let time pass. Like, okay, so I know like 3 months isn't a long time, but it's quite a bit of a time to like forget about stuff. So, and honey, I didn't forget about you. I didn't forget about him. So that's Tuesday, and he's still there. And I feel like he was clocking me, like, what time I come, what time I go. So Wednesday, I was like, you know what? I have to tell somebody about this, because I should have told someone since Monday, but I was like, yo, I have to tell someone about this, because I'm not about to become a story. Like, I'm not about, well, look at me over here telling the story time, but I'm not about to become like, oh my God, guess what happened to Christine? I told my husband, and he told me, okay, well, you need to do your work somewhere else. Like, you're just gonna have to go. I ended up going to my parents' house, because they also lived 40 minutes away, which is in the same vicinity as my church, to do my work. And the job that I was doing wasn't really fit to do at my parents' house, but I don't care. I didn't care because I didn't want to be hurt. So I drove by my church because I just wanted to see. I'm nosy. I just wanted to see if there was anyone there. And his truck was there. And I could see that instead of it being 2 people in the car this time, there were 3. 3 people, 3 men. I made the decision to go to the sheriff's place, to the police department, which the one I went to was like a wannabe police department. It was a police department, but it was like a small sector of it. I don't know, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying, but you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys could figure it out. So I went and they were closed. I'm like, bruh. I didn't want to call 911 because that thing was like direly happening to me. So I called the non-emergency number and I told them everything that was going on. And they just told me, something happens more, like other than him just sitting in a car, call them, give them a call. Like, I can call 911 at that point. So that was Wednesday. So Thursday, I remember it was Thursday because Thursday was like the scariest part. So I had to go back to the church to do some work, and the truck is outside the church. Oh, and just let me make this clear. I wasn't in the actual church. I was in an office next to the church. I don't think I said that at all. So there's that. I was in an office next to the church. I'm gonna just call it the office from now because I wasn't at church. So I was at the office. The truck is still outside of this office. The truck was still outside. And I was like, I'm done. I'm taking way too many chances. This has gone a little bit too far. I told my husband, and I remember him thinking that was crazy because he's like, there's no way that that's the same guy. Like, let's say it happened in January, and now I'm talking about it in April, the beginning of April, something like that. So he's like, there's no way that's the same guy. Like, no one's out for you. Chill out. Like, you're doing too much. Like, why would they be out for you? How would they know where, you know, this is? How would they know where that is? Whatever. I was like, they could have followed me. And did you ever think of that? Did you ever think of that? No, you didn't, because you're not in my situation. Like, he wasn't there. He didn't know. So by Thursday, every time I would walk into the office or walk out of the office, I would tell my husband, you know, I'm walking in or I'm walking out. And he would always be at work. This part that sucked. I know, like, there's so much that could have been done. Like, I could have just stopped working, or I could have, like, but the grind never stops. I mean, I guess. I feel like there was, like, a lot of dumb mistakes that could have ended up in something worse. But, like, I didn't want to bother no one and take it so serious. But Thursday was a kicker. So he wasn't there when I showed up on Thursday. I was like, okay, here. Literally sitting in the car for maybe 3 hours, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. But anyways, he was not there on Thursday. Until 5 minutes before I left, he showed up. 2 parking spots away from me. And I didn't want to go outside. But I didn't want to be stuck where I was either. And it was crazy because like I would come outside and he would pay me no type of mind. Just looked like he was chilling. And then like I started thinking that I was crazy because like he could live around here, like, because there was a time that I was living around there still going to the gym that I was going to. It's like, am I thinking too deep? Like, no one's after me. Nobody, right? Right? Am I right? I hurry and get in my car and I'm driving. Right when I turn on I turn on my car, guess who turns on their car? And at this point, I'm like, oh no. So I start driving out and he's following me. And I called my husband. I was like, John, I was like, John, dude is following me. Like, dude is actually following me. Like, he's taking it too far. He's following me and like, he's like behind me. But he was keeping the distance, but he was behind me. Like, actually behind me, guys. Actually behind me. So he was actually behind me, keeping a very close distance, like keeping his distance, but not too far away. So I leave the community that I was in and I'm still being followed. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take the weirdest way that I know to get back to the house, to my house. And I took it and he followed. I said, there's no way that anyone going to where I'm going would take this way because that's the longest way of life. And then as I'm driving, I'm running out of gas. I ain't stopping though. So I called my husband. I said, babe, I'm about to call the police. Dude is behind me. And then he said, see if you, I was in 2 lanes at this time. He's like, see if you could go slower, get his license plate. I was like, honey, I got his license plate since Monday. And he said, okay, cool, call the police, let them know about his license plate. But you know when you're on the phone with someone and you're like, and like you could tell the person doesn't believe you or they think you're doing too much. That's the vibe that I got from my husband. I'm like, yo. And so like in the back of my head, I'm like, am I doing too much? Am I? So instead of slowing down because I already had his license plate, I started driving super fast on my low gas. I was driving so fast, it was not funny. And I lost him. Because you know how the teen team does. We lose. Well, subscribe. Road to 1K. So I end up getting home. I never called the police. I end up driving home. I park. I don't even park in my own parking spot. I park in somebody else's house. It was an apartment complex. So it wasn't somebody else's house. So whatever. And I just like, I told Johnny and we walked home, whatever. So I'm home and I'm like thinking about it all night. I had a nightmare about it that night. And the next morning I worked at the gym again, and I was right when I got there on my shift, right when I got to my shift, I sat down with the director and I said, do you remember when we were having the break-ins and this and that was happening? Because remember, this is like 3 months ago. I was like, do you remember this, that was happening? And she was like, yeah, I remember that. And, you know, that's why we put cameras and this is why this changed. And I remember, like, what's up? So I was like, I think he's following me. And she was just like, oh, okay. What do you need? I was like, do you remember his name? Or maybe we have a picture of his ID or anything that can help me identify him. She was like, no, I actually don't. She was like, I wish you would have told me about a month ago. Honey, it wasn't happening a month ago. Okay, it wasn't happening. But she was like, yeah, I wish you would have told me earlier because I actually had him on my poster board in case he came in so I could recognize him and we'd kick him out. I was like, okay, well, I'm out of luck. Okay, thanks. So Friday I don't work. Well, that was Friday. I worked at the gym, but Friday I didn't work at the office, so I didn't have to drive 40 minutes. Sunday we went to church, which is right by the office, and nothing. But I did tell everyone in my life. So I was a little sus because all weekend I was thinking, what if I didn't lose him? What if he does know where I live now? What if? Maybe I should have called the cops. blah, blah, blah. That Sunday night, I sat down on my kitchen table and I wrote a note. Y'all gonna be like, yo, you're so dramatic. Let me know in either of these things, when this thing pops up like this, whoosh, let me know if you guys think I'm dramatic. But I sat down on my kitchen table and I said, and I wrote a note. I didn't tell anyone about this note until like maybe like a couple months later. I told my husband. But I wrote this note and I hid it in my shoe, basically writing the whole situation, everything that happened, because I was like, yo, if something happens to me, no one would think about this guy at the gym. Nobody. Nobody. So I have to write my story. So I wrote it down. I remember it was 2 pages long. I wrote down everything I'm telling you guys now. And I was like, if something happens to me, look at him. Look into him. I put the note in my shoe. I left it alone. I didn't talk about it to anyone. Because like every person I brought it up to, like I felt so dumb. Like nobody from the gym is after you. I really felt like someone was after me. I really did. And like I never had so much panic in my life about anything like that before. And I promise you, like, it is so scary to feel like you're going crazy, and it's so scary to feel like you're being followed and you're being watched and you're being clocked, and it's not fun. It's really not fun. So that's what happened with me. I left the note in my shoe. And I think I actually, like, I didn't wear that shoe for months. And I think that's the reason why I put it in that shoe. Because I wasn't, like, going to have to keep touching it. And around the time there was time for me to move out of that place, I let my husband read it. I don't even think he read it. Like, that's how crazy people thought it was. Like, it was not a big deal. But I don't think he read it. But I don't even think he really needed to read it. Because as I gave it to him, I told him everything I thought. He's like, wow, like, wow. You know, God is good. Nothing happened. It could have been me tripping. Like, in the back of my mind, I was like, was that even the same dude? Like, why was he parking in the grass? Why was he so close to the woods? Like, why was he just there? And, like, why would he look at me? And then, like in my peripheral, like, he would look at me. And then when I looked at him, or, like, when I, like, slightly looked his way, he wasn't even paying me no mind. Like, was I going crazy? Like, what was actually happening? And I don't know. I still don't know, like, to this day. His hat, he still was wearing the same hat. Like, he would wear like a chain on his pants. So am I crazy? I really don't think so. Like, if it smelled like a dog, pooped like a dog, stalked like a dog, it's a dog. I really want you guys to leave down in the comments below, like, what do you guys think the situation was? Do you think he was really after me? Do you guys think he was like trying to scare me? Do you guys think he was just trying to intimidate me? Like, or was it not even the same person? Like, like, if y'all say it's not the same person, y'all think I'm crazy too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably never gonna tell the story time again, to be quite frank. But just let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. I know it was long. It's probably one of my longest videos, but I really want to give that story time. And I just want to let everyone know, always be aware of your surroundings. You know, freshen up your memory, because if I didn't remember him from 3 months ago, because I had literally only seen him twice before. And, you know, now I went from seeing him twice to every day of 1 week. So, and pretty much in a different town, kind of. So it was very, like, sus. And just be on the lookout for anything suspicious. I don't want anyone to have any fear of people, but, you know, not everyone's nice in the world, and not everyone's out there to give you a hug and a kiss and tell you they love you. So I don't think I was going crazy. Anyways, guys, I love you guys with all my heart. Teen Team, you guys are the best. The Teen Team is the best team. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love all of you guys. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. My birthday is July 25th, so y'all know what to do. You see this video, hit subscribe. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I don't know when, but we're gonna make it. I want to make it before August 31st. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers before August 31st. I know it's crazy, like in a month. Yeah, I mean, we could do it in shorter than. Can you guys prove it to me? And there will be a giveaway when we hit 1,000. Wow. Don't forget to give that video a big thumbs up. Smash it with your nose. Go like this. I love you guys with all my heart. It's a wrap. Bye.